Here we go. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Main Character Syndrome. I'm your host, Cheesymanfredo, aka Alfredo Morales. And before we get into today's episode, I'd like to thank our previous guests of Matt, Beans, Nick, and Dylan, who were all webcomic guys. We had a whole webcomic podcast last episode talking about how much it sucks and you shouldn't do webcomics. And you should check it out. It is the previous episode on this channel. But enough about them. Let's talk about our current guest. With me, I got ToyaVA.
Hey there.
And Michael.
Hello.
Michael, you can talk now.
Oh, could you not hear me? Hello.
And what do you guys? What the hell do you guys do?
Oh, we just kind of sit here.
It's true.
Taking in the vibes.
Well, I actually I do YouTube on a channel called We Review Every PS2 Game. Oh God, that's like my main thing. And that is on YouTube.
Michael, you're sounding kind of quiet there.
You sound like you're underwater.
Are you using the right mic?
No, maybe. Hold on.
Okay, well.
While we're waiting.
Well, yeah, tell us what you do, Toya, because you do something. You're not.
Yeah, I do something.
you do something. I know that for a fact.
Well, I do voice acting. You can, if you have any requests, you can reach me at Lake ToyaVA on Twitter and on Gmail. I also, and voice acting has kind of been like more of backseat lately, just because.
Yeah.
I just do it whenever I want to, and that's really relaxing to me. But now I do a lot of streaming.
You should get in on the new voice acting grift nowadays. It seems like people do the thing where they read memes out loud.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, I've been on that grift, buddy. Let me tell you, I got that on lockdown.
Well, you get hired by like meme makers, right?
Yeah, I get hired by like meme YouTube channels a lot.
Okay, wait, Toya, do you speak Spanish?
No, I'm Brazilian. We speak Portuguese.
Damn,
and even then, my Portuguese is severely lacking.
I had a buddy of mine who was looking for he wanted a Homer Simpson impersonator, but specifically from the Spanish dub.
Spanish Homer Simpson? Based.
Yeah, Spanish Homer Simpsons. He needs it for a little project he's working on.
I'll tell you what, I'll do a little bit of research, and I might be able to pull something together.
All right, yeah. Maybe you could do a Portuguese Homer Simpson.
Yeah, I'll just have to have one of my Spanish speaking friends like watch me as I perform, and critique my ass.
I gotcha. All right, I'm gonna start with a hardball question here for both of you guys. Are you guys aware of you're both gamers, right?
Oh, I am a hardcore gamer.
You guys do some gaming, okay? So let me ask you this: Are you guys aware of the YouTuber Arlo?
Arlo?
Is he the guy?
He's like the Muppet.
The Muppet guy. Yeah, I know of him.
So you're aware of him, right?
Yeah, I haven't really watched too much of his stuff, but I have seen him around. Yes.
Oh, he's like some Sesame Street guy.
He's like he looks like a Sesame Street monkey. He looks like a Sesame Street Muppet, but he reviews like games, specifically like Nintendo games.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I gotta ask you this very important gamer question. What would you do if like you woke up late at night and you saw Arlo breaking into your house?
Oh, I'd cry.
You'd cry?
I would cry. I would if I saw this guy like in my house. Like, it depends. Where is he?
Like, okay, like I don't know how your house is, but let's say like the bathroom, like the hallway is separating your room from the bathroom, so you're walking in the hallway and you see like him like sticking his feet through a window because he's like halfway into your house.
Oh, I would immediately start running. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I would fucking dash to the front door as fast as I can and like just run out into the neighborhood and start screaming for help.
Really?
Yeah, no.
So I would be honest, I would like probably stomp him to death if I saw Arlo.
I mean,
you guys,
I feel like it'd be easy.
I feel like we definitely have like the violent, and then we have the fear. But I would simply invite him into my bed because he looks so cozy. We could perhaps cuddle.
I would simply offer him the olive branch.
We have all three choices.
Yeah. I mean,
The good,
honestly,
the bad, and the nuance.
I feel like Arlo could definitely be snuggly.
He probably is, but the reason why I take the like just murder Arlo on site route is because I think like as humans, you ever seen like a bird with a broken wing like on the grass or something, and you wanna like you have like some sort of empathy for that, right?
Right.
Because it resembles like a living thing, but like I feel like Muppets are in this kind of like in between zone of the cute and the uncanny valley, that we know they're not living things, so it's kind of okay if we were to smash them to death, because it's not like they could they don't like tremble when they're fucking bleeding out or they have their head caved in, you know?
Do you think he would just flop down on the ground? Do you think it would just be like just poof?
I hope he does. I know he bleeds. He starts bleeding blue blood.
Oh,
on
Jesus.
that topic, I definitely feel what you're talking about that, like how they're like kind of like real looking but not really. So it's like it feels like it would just be okay. But like, have you ever seen those like statues, those like miniature statues of dogs that they sell in like department stores?
Yes.
And their mouths open and their beady little eyes. I'm like genuinely afraid of them. I feel like
Really?
if I were to put my hand near it, it would like bite my hand, and that's like scary.
Yeah, they're very like articulate. I know exactly what the kind of dog you're talking about.
Yeah.
There was I had back in the old apartment complex I lived in with my parents. There was like a door that lead to the hallway that goes like outside the building, and there was like one of the neighbors' door right next to it, and this neighbor had a huge like life size like stuffed tiger.
Oh no.
Like not like a fucking like taxidermy. Like it was like clearly plush. But
Okay,
it was huge.
I was imagining like a
big.
literal like a taxidermy tiger just chilling in the
One
garden.
Yeah, it's not this like person's. I'm pretty sure it was out of this. If you lived in those apartments, you probably couldn't afford that.
Yeah, true.
But it was like stuff. It was like plush, and they kept it outside their door for a couple days, and like when you turn the corner to go outside and you just see this there, you fucking just jump because you think it's an actual tiger. It's like dark. It's dark enough that you can't tell that like the eyes are like glass and it's like plush. It fucking makes me jump every time I turn. I was like, oh fuck,
Yeah,
Toya tiger.
Toya actually has like a garage. Imagine like a house with like a garage, and it's like got a door that goes into the garage from inside, and he has like a fridge there that he keeps like beverages in or something. And sometimes I'll go to his house and I'll like bevies. I'll go to his house and I'll stay the night. Just like we're just doing whatever, and or we're drinking and I don't want to like get, Uber home or something, so I'll just crash at his place. And I'll go downstairs to get these beverages, and I open the door, and in this garage, there's
a tiger.
His family, not a tiger, they have like a half scale like statue of a jester. Just like
dude, that thing freaks me the fuck out.
It's
What
creepy.
the fuck are you-
I don't know
I
why
hate
you
it.
guys have it. It's so creepy.
Do you have a picture? I want to see this now. I want to see this fucking Jester. Do you have a picture of it? A photo?
I don't have a photo, but I could probably send you one after the podcast is done.
Wait, I'll put it like in the video.
Flash that bitch on screen. Flash this fucking monstrosity on screen.
I'll show it. But it's so like that's so like unreal to me, because that reminds me of there's like an urban legend that has like a jester statue, I think.
Yeah.
It's honestly horrifying.
I don't know
this
why people
thing
buy
scares
them.
the shit out of me.
Like somebody went
Are
to
your
the
parents into
store.
jesters?
No.
Somebody
at all.
went to the store, saw that jester statue, and was like, "I'm going to purchase this."
No. Nobody purchased it. It was because like my mom's old work like closed down, and so they were just like giving away a bunch of shit
At the
and like
Jester Statue Factory.
yeah, the Jester Statue Factory. And my mom was like, "Oh, fuck it. I'll just take this jester." And like I asked her, I was like, "Why the fuck did you like bring this thing to our house?" And then she's like, "I don't know. I thought I'd find like, some kind of place for it." I was like, "No. There's no place for it." And like I'm right, cuz it's still in the garage. It's been like over like 2 years.
Yeah, that's wild. I wonder if she was thinking she could sell it. You could probably sell it.
Yeah.
It might be worth something. Maybe you could get $20 off of it.
I don't know.
But that jester statue is unironically. You ever heard of the urban legend where it's like the babysitter? She's like babysitting some kids, and then she's just watching TV, and the family has like some sort of like clown statue in their like living room or something, and the clown statue is like just there, and then like towards the end of the night, the parents call like, "Hey, how they're doing?" He's like, "Oh, they're doing fine. They went to sleep. I'm just kind of creeped out by this clown statue that you have in your living room." And then the parents are kind of like, "Clown statue? What clown statue?"
Oh no,
that
that sounds.
get out of the house. And the clown statue was really like a serial killer dressed up like a clown, pretending to be a statue.
That sounds like some.
I think I might have seen that horror short. Was it a horror short?
It was adapted to a couple of. It's like one of those classic there's no like real origin point. Like there isn't like a copyright on that story, so there's like many different like adaptations of it. Kind of like you never heard of like the whole Hook story, like the serial killer with a hook.
Yeah, from SpongeBob.
The hash slinging slasher.
Yeah, basically the hash slinging slasher.
I love that guy.
But like, yeah, the real life version, the one that actually exists, and is not real too.
Yeah, no,
that's so great.
The jester thing definitely sounds like an R.L. Stein, like Goosebumps type beat.
Night of the Living Jester.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else creepy in your garage?
Dude, I don't know. Like the jester is probably top of the list. And I fucking hate like inanimate like human shaped objects so fucking much. I want to say it's from like childhood trauma of like watching Chucky, right? But
yes. Oh my god, that's so classic.
100%.
Like, I was like deadly scared of fucking Chucky.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, yeah.
I caught my brother watching it whenever I was like in elementary school, and it fucked me up.
It's so crazy now because now I think I'm pretty sure I own the majority of those movies on like DVD now.
Oh yeah,
they're cool movies. Bride of Chucky.
Oh, they are.
Bride of Chucky's badass.
You a big Bride of Chucky head?
I'm a Bride of Chucky head. I don't really like horror movies that much, but I think like the Chucky movies are like really fun for me.
I like the first two. I haven't seen the third one in a long time, but I really do have fond memories of the first one. It looks it feels cozy to me almost.
Which one was the one where like there's a bunch of like soldiers and like Chucky throws a grenade and the guy has to like jump on it? That one was alright. I like that one. That was alright.
Yeah, that one's when the main character kid Andy like goes to military school because he's too problematic for the foster care system anymore.
Dude, he's not like the other girls.
He's not like the other girls. You ever seen the current Chucky stuff where they do break like the kid in those first three movies is back as an adult now? And
No,
he's like a Chucky hunter kind of like he hunts down the Chuckies.
The Chucky hunter.
Yeah. No, it's unironically that direction they're taking. Like that's like a thing now.
it's so funny because everyone always calls it like the Chucky movie, but it's like Child's Play, right? It like has a name.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it just happens when like it's like quicker to say Chucky than Child's Play or like the Freddy Krueger movies when they're called like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
I'll be completely honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of the new Chuckies. I think they're kind of cringe.
I didn't like the last two movies.
Yeah, I don't like how they like turned him into like a fucking robot.
Oh, you're talking about the reboot movie?
Yeah, the Alexa fucking Chucky doll.
I think it was tight as hell to get like Mark Hamill as Chucky, but this was probably not the right Chucky movie. I don't even know how you could do a Chucky movie nowadays because the first one feels still like it could happen today. I mean, besides the whole part where it's like, oh, it's a fucking possessed doll. Right. But it's like not that. I don't know if I were to. I've every time like my partner hates this, but every time we watch a movie and I didn't really like it, I create my own fanfic version of what the better version of the movie would be, in my opinion. And they really hate that I do this.
No, it's badass.
I do it too. So I was sitting there like thinking, it's just like, yo, Supernatural, that show like kind of fell off a little bit. What if I made like Supernatural but good?
Supernatural but gay, or like actually gay, not this queer baby bullshit.
Yeah, don't make them brothers, just make them gay. I think that would make it like even
gay. Yeah, like gay ghost hunters, and that makes sense because the ghosts would be from the past, so they'd be homophobic, and they'll be like, "Oh, I hate these homophobic ghost hunters because I'm from the 30s, right?"
That's true.
I have those thoughts a lot because, like, I don't know, I get kind of like intrusive thoughts with my movies, right?
I mean,
like
that's fine. Yeah,
I just like want something like insane to happen, right? Like maybe like we get to the end and like it's a really happy ending and everyone survives, but then all of a sudden like the main character just goes insane and starts like shooting everybody, or like just like weird stuff like that. And so like that's why like have you ever read the manga Gantz?
Gantz is one of those mangas that I started reading as like a teenager, and then I was like, I'll finish this eventually, and I have never done that.
Dude, that's why Gantz is one of my favorite mangas, because it's like if I had those intrusive thoughts during the movie, but then like those intrusive thoughts just actually happened in the movie, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is sick.
Oh god, fuck! I can't remember what was the last movie I watched that had that same feeling where like anything that you think it's crazy will happen. Maybe fucking Mad Max Fury Road, but that was just like straightforward action. Speaking about like Gantz and like manga that I didn't finish when I was a teenager, I decided off a whim a couple of days ago that I'm gonna read all of Full Metal Alchemist. I have not done that.
Oh, you've never finished FMA?
No, I only got like halfway through it, and I mean, like I said with Gantz, it's like, okay, I'm gonna finish this later. Because I think what was limiting me was that I didn't know about manga piracy sites at that point, and what I would do is I just wait till the public library gets the copies, right? Mm-hmm. But the public library, it would always be like, oh, we have volume 1, 2, 5, 14, and 16.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you gotta read this shit out of order, I guess.
I did when I was younger, like very like teenage me, don't have any money, don't have like I also just didn't know that like you could pirate manga at all. I would go to Barnes and Noble. It was like I'm like fucking 13 years old or something, and I would just sit on the floor at Barnes and Noble's and just read the entirety of Claymore. I'm just like, that's
like a classic story.
Yeah,
dude. That was like very common.
It's the same thing with magazines. We would go to like grocery stores, and I'd be like, Mom, can I go to the magazine section? I just fucking sit on the floor and read that shit.
Yeah, epic. What were you gonna say, Toya?
I was gonna say, like in middle school, I was on that like anti-intellectual grind where I was just like, no, I refuse to read manga. That's cringe. I will only watch anime.
That's so fucking weird.
Books are fucking lame.
In retrospect, that's so weird.
Yeah, like, no. Now I read like manga all the fucking time.
Yeah, like what is anime but the seeds of manga? You know.
Exactly. It's just I don't know what I was thinking. I think there's only like one thing from those days that really survived, and that's that I still haven't read the ending of Bleach, because I had this like weird phase.
You're poser. You're fucking. I see you on Twitter being like one of the last Bleach advocates, and you're here telling me you haven't read the ending.
I'm a hardcore Bleach head, but that's exactly why I haven't read the end of the manga yet. It's because like whenever the anime ended, I just had this like irrational faith that the anime was going to come back, even though it was obvious it was never going to come back. But here we are, almost a decade later, and I'm right.
Your prayers have been answered.
My friends kept getting mad at me. They were just like, why won't you just read the ending? I was like, no, it's coming. You just wait.
You just didn't want to admit it's over.
Mm-hmm. I was in full on coat mode. I'm not going to lie. It was even like 2 years ago, like my friend Azim, he was just like, dude, I want to talk to you about the ending so bad. And I was like, no, trust me. It's coming back. It's coming back.
It feels selfish. You sound a little selfish, not gonna lie.
Dude, I'm like, totally selfish.
Like, oh, hey, bud, my buddy, my friend, if you please can you just finish reading this, because like, why would you not? And, it's your favorite series, and you're like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do that because I love the series too much to finish it.
Exactly.
Oh god, that's abuser logic.
Probably.
Abuser.
I'm abusing myself. I was abusing myself.
It's okay. I'm allowed to abuse my friends because I'm abusing myself.
I share the pain in a sense.
Yeah, it's okay. In a way, I hurt the most. I hurt more than they do, really, if you think about it.
Exactly. See, that's the logic I'm operating on.
All right, gamers. I have this other topic coming up next.
I'm so excited.
But tell me what you are you aware of the phrase the Sigma male?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware.
What do you guys refer to yourself as? Very Sigma male or
no?
No, you're not a Sigma. You're not a Sigma, Michael.
Well, you're not a Sigma, bro. What the fuck?
Bro, you're not a Sigma, bro. This is the Sigma male podcast.
Oh no!
Yeah, exactly.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine a single person who would like unironically refer to themselves as a Sigma male. I've never met somebody like that.
I don't think I've ever met anyone like that either. Now I think about it, because the term Sigma male feels kind of like it changes depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
But I like to clarify that I am a smegma male.
Smegma male.
Smegma male, base.
Smegma male, yeah. Smegma male. Proud of my smegma.
Yeah.
Uncut.
What are
Proud.
what would you say are the like key elements of a smegma male? What goes on in the daily life of a smegma male?
Well, first and foremost, you don't shower.
Okay.
It
makes sense. Well, you gotta build up the smegma.
You're proud of your smell, and if these women can't handle it, well, they don't really deserve you. Really. You gotta know your worth,
You're pungent.
Hold on, did you just call them women? I believe you mean these females. That's what
these females.
That's what a true smegma male would say.
Oh no.
These females, but they don't tell you about. You know how like, you gain all these superpowers if you don't masturbate.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of true if you don't shower, really. Because
true.
Because now you're all oily, you can like slide. You have no friction, so you could slide and get to places a lot quicker.
Yeah.
You could crawl on the wall like a snail.
And, yeah, you get you get a field of repulsion, like just magic.
Yeah, I was about to say an
repulsion.
invisible barrier.
True. Yeah, exactly. So you're not bothered by people. I would say you could get more online friends because they can't tell you smell, so it's okay.
SpongeBob was literally able to kill people when he was like really smelly.
True.
And like imagine like if you're the kind of person like me who hates it when people get excited in movie theaters. Imagine like being a smegma male and just like reeking up the whole cinema.
Oh yeah.
And then people leave. Yeah, and you're like, see the reason is why those theaters for the Morbius screening were empty were because the only people watching them were smegma males.
Yeah, it's definitely Morbius is definitely a smegma male movie.
Yes. Oh my god. True. True.
Can I get a hell yeah, my fellow Morbos?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Morbius sweep. Hell yeah.
Dude, that shit is so fucking funny to me. The fact that there is a hashtag Morbius sweep.
I love the joke, but at the same time, I hate that it's slowly tempting me to actually want to watch Morbius, but even though I know it's going to be awesome.
Dude, you know what's really fucked up?
What?
Okay, so, these revelations came to me, in very quick succession. Because, I did not pay attention to the Morbius film at all, right? I saw the trailer, and, the thing is, I'm not really good with, actor faces and names and connecting them. And so I didn't realize it was Jared Leto, right? So I found out Jared Leto was the, main character of Morbius. And, my mind exploded because I was just like, oh my god, is everything he touches just cursed now? And then I found out Jared Leto's the fucking lead singer for 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I didn't know that.
I've looked at his acting career. He doesn't have many good performances under his belt at all.
Wasn't it like, I remember, didn't he win an Oscar for being in the Dallas Buyer Club? Because I remember hearing a lot of that's how I first heard about him.
Was that his like big thing? Because like I swear, like every time I see
that
him,
was I remember the person I was dating at the time was really obsessed with his performance in that movie.
Oh, he got best supporting.
Okay, and then after that, I think the most I've heard about Jared Leto was the Joker in Suicide Squad, and we all know how that turned out.
Yeah, it's like he's
10
got
out of 10.
He's got movies under his belt, but like he's not like the talent that he like should be getting these roles.
He was in House of Gucci.
House of Gucci?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's some sort of movie about the Gucci company. Fuck, wasn't he in he was in the last Blade Runner movie, wasn't he? He was like the bad guy or something.
Let me see.
Because that guy, I can't remember if that was, but I remember him looking very much like Jared Leto in Morbius. Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Joker.
Did you hear about his island cult?
Oh, I've heard about it, but I haven't looked into it. I have no idea what that's about. I assume, like, if a celebrity has, like, an island, there's got to be, like, pedophilia going on, right? Like, no rich person with an island is not doing pedophilia on it, right?
Well, you know, I would never claim one thing or the other. I would just say, like, man, it's really interesting.
I'll claim it. He's having underage sex with people. He's fucking, yeah. Like, come on. A cult leader, celebrity cult leader in Pedo Wood has an island. Like, come on, guys. Let's be honest.
Definitely, no child meets a Hollywood actor and comes out unscathed.
He's sucking out the adrenochrome right out of them.
Oh, the adrenochrome. Do you know about that,
like,
Toya?
right through their genitalia. Toya, you aware about adrenochrome?
I don't think I am.
Does the name? Tell me if you know the name Hillary Clinton. Does that name ring?
Does it ring a bell?
You know, I think I might have heard it once or twice before.
How do you think?
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Hillary Clinton. I think you mean Madam President.
Yeah. How do you think she stays so youthful and lies?
Right. Exactly.
How
do you think any? If you were to notice, you would see that the Democrats are kind of more of a livelier folk than Republican, and you ever stop to wonder what the reason why, like why that may be?
Is it this adrenochrome stuff?
Yeah, it's the adrenochrome.
Yes,
and it's. I think you should explain it, Mike.
Hold on, wait. So, I've got the wiki page up here. Do you want me to read it out loud?
Well,
yes, please.
Yeah, let me tell you what I think it is first, just to make sure I can be proven wrong. It's from what I understand, it's something that is like only found in children, and you lose it as you get older. So the idea is that all these politicians and rich people are taking children and sacrificing them and taking their adrenochrome and putting it into themselves to retain their eternal youth.
Oh, that's It's a really interesting theory. That would be fucking poggers. However, I'm reading this, and adrenochrome is a chemical compound produced by the oxidation of adrenaline, in parentheses, I can't even read that. It was the subject of limited research in the 1950s to the 1970s as a potential cause of schizophrenia. Is that what you were getting to, Cheesy?
I think Wikipedia is probably run by the shadow government.
Definitely.
Trying to scare us off from finding the truth, really.
This is definitely
making it sound like it gives you schizophrenia. Don't worry about it. Trust the science. It gives you schizophrenia, guys. You don't need adrenochrome. Haha, lol, wink.
They want to hog all the adrenochrome and horse ketamine to themselves.
Right, exactly. I want some horse ketamine.
Yo, let's go.
This is definitely some like Alex Jones like crackpot theory, though. So it's like
he's the one who popularized adrenochrome. I'm pretty sure.
True.
I'm pretty sure he just threw a dart at a dartboard with random chemicals that are found in your blood and just picked one.
Yeah, 100. Or found some like random article that was debunked in the 30s or something, and he's like, "Well, no, this is the real stuff." Oh, I found
This
out
is the spice melange.
Jared Leto, he played like Angel Face in Fight Club. He got beat the fuck out of by Edward Norton.
Oh yes, Angel Face and Fight Club. Oh, that's that goes right into my next topic. Earlier I brought up Sigma males because I wanted to talk about Sigma male cinema.
Oh, let's go.
So
what are the Sigma male movies?
Like Blade Runner 2047.
Yeah, 2047 is pretty Sigma male because his girlfriend's a hologram.
Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
Taxi Driver is pretty Sigma male. I would argue that Taxi Driver is Smegma male actually.
True.
Sigma.
Well,
he's like gross. He's like a gross guy.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of like overlap between the incel core like movies and the Sigma male movies.
I talked about this on an earlier episode. On the all girl episode, I was in that episode. We talked about incel core movies for a minute because we were talking about the girl boss movies or good for her movies for a minute there, and I wanted to bring up Sigma male as kind of like I don't know if I want to say the polar opposite. From what I heard about Sigma male, it's like you're a Chad, but you're also an introvert or something.
Yeah, no, like American Psycho is like a literal the definition of a Sigma male, like as written.
It's funny because I was literally just about to say, yeah, you're a Chad, but you're psychotic. That's pretty much Sigma male.
Yeah, no, definitely the main character from American Psycho is like peak Sigma.
I
I
gotta rewatch American Psycho now.
I actually one time I watched a video about Sigma males, not because I was like actually interested, but have you ever like there's like this fucking crazy like CG YouTube entrance where it's like the Sigma male and then like there's like fucking like CG roaring tigers in it.
What? Yes. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, that's so epic.
It made me laugh so hard that I just like had to go and like see what the video was. And it's this guy like going into detail about like the differences between the Sigma and the Alpha. Because the Alpha, he leads a pack, but the Sigma, he's a lone wolf.
Yeah.
Epic.
He doesn't need a pack. He's a bad boy.
I'm a survivor. We're a dying breed.
Yeah. And the thing with the Sigma thing is just like literally it is like it's like if incels kept all of their negative attributes but also tried to like add the like things that they attribute to what like Chad alphas are to themselves.
Yes. True.
Honestly, this is like Sigma male is like pretty much like any like edgy middle schooler who's like watched a bit too much anime and it's just like, oh my god, I'm gonna be like that mysterious guy. And everybody just thinks he's kind of a weirdo.
Yeah, I think, main character syndrome definitely ties into that. I think, right?
True.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like unironically, like the whole idea of Sigma male is like I'm gonna make an argument that it's kind of like good in a way that it's almost like looking at because I think what Sigma male is kind of like a recontextualization of what masculinity is, and I think there's like this big problem with men where there's a standard about like being masculine and they don't meet that standard, so instead of like killing themselves like most fucking incels do because they don't meet masculine standards, they just reinvented it saying like actually we're pretty base for being fucking shut-in weirdos and that's totally okay, and it's like I kind of like that direction more than trying to like uphold like almost impossible standards for yourself,
Yeah,
right?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So, but I'm not saying Sigma. I feel like Sigma male is like the step in the right direction. I feel like maybe the next step is like femboy male.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be fucking sick.
Like a femto male.
Like it's like, oh, it's cool. It's actually kind of Chad to be a femboy. That should be like the next step. In my opinion.
I feel like I feel like we're getting there.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'm a really big fan of like somebody who would consider themselves a Sigma male. I've taken this new approach to life where like literally everybody outside like my social circles are like actual like just like cartoon characters. And so like the more like ridiculous somebody gets, like the more it like fits into my like my world view of people.
That's very interesting. I want to see a movie where someone has that mentality. I'm a big fan of like, yeah, wait, go on, Toya.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I mentioned this on the Girl Boss episode too. I'm a big fan of movies where it's like crazy white boys. I'm a big fan of crazy white boy cinema. Joker, yeah, sure, he's a crazy white boy, but I like the ones where it's like, I guess Taxi Driver. Taxi Driver is like one of my favorite films of all time.
That's pretty good.
Falling
That's pretty
Down,
good.
That's Crazy White Boy.
He's crazy white boy, but I actually need to watch that. I've only seen like clips of it. I actually wanted to make a list on Letterboxd, and I was gonna give it like an edgy name or something, call it like School Shooter Cinema. But
oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know if I would be able to keep that list.
Yeah, it's a questionable one.
But I should probably just rename it the Crazy White Boy. I'll put Scott Pilgrim on that list because he's pretty crazy.
Name it the Sigma Files.
He's loco.
Sigma Cinema. And spell cinema with an S.
Oh hell yeah!
S. Oh no!
Oh wait! No!
No. Abort,
I didn't fucking tie that together.
It's all connected. Oh no! God, I've been speaking of like crazy white boys. I've recently been kind of revitalized to go back to not specifically 4chan, but go back to the paranormal board on 4chan, the supernatural board.
Oh, nice.
Was that X?
Because, X.
Yeah.
I used to go on it back in the day, mostly to like read like creepy green text stories, and I didn't really care if half of them were fake, as long as they were like kind of wacky, you know. Because I love listening to like people's like little personal ghost stories about shit.
Cheesy, real quick. Whenever you were whenever you were just like, speaking of crazy white boys, I thought you were gonna be like, speaking of crazy white boys, I've been reading up on Hitler a little bit.
He's the
history's craziest white boy.
the platonic ideal.
You will never
believe
what he did.
You would never believe what this guy like believed in. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
No, Paranormal Board is like super funny.
It is because I love all the fucking weird. God, I'm not like I'll admit it. I'm like an SJW. I hate like ableist terms and whatnot, but like just the phrase like schizo posting is so like appropriate.
Yeah.
It's such an I hate it. I hate that I have to call it that. But it's such an appropriate term for like what you see out there.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. No, it's you see the craziest shit.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
You do, because like it's like I sometimes like I feel like, okay, these demons that you guys are making up, they're fake. Or like I saw there was this one picture where someone like believes that like I forget how they worded it, but they basically were implying that inside microchips and computers you're actually just capturing demons, and that's what's making the computer run. Because if you ever looked at a microchip, they have almost identical symbols to fucking ancient, like, embryonic text.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's like some
Dude.
Devil Saga stuff.
It's fucking, yeah, it's
literally SMT.
Yeah, it's SMT.
they just played Shin Megami Tensei, and they're like, oh my god, it's real.
It's really like it's another reminder that I need to get started on playing Shin Megami.
That's cool. Do you believe in ghosts, Cheesy?
Oh my god, I love you asking that question, Michael, because I mentioned this on like I think on the first episode, but I'll tell you guys about this again. But so I do like rideshare, like Uber and Lyft, right?
Right.
And I do this thing where I have a personal tally of this question that I ask passengers, and I ask them if they believe in ghosts or not. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And the majority, I'll tell you, 80% of people say yes, they believe in ghosts, and 20 is split between the no's and the maybes, right? But I'll tell you this, I don't believe in ghosts.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't believe in ghosts or anything supernatural, because I kind of see it as like, oh, why would a ghost need to exist? You know?
Right.
Like, but the thing is, I love listening to ghost stories, and like I said earlier, how I really love kind of like schizo posting. I want like a kind of like I guess like a schizo posting type guy to come into my car one day and give me their whole like epic lore of what a ghost is.
You could
and how
have.
that's all connected.
You know,
You
it's
could have
really
experienced
funny
that
you
with
say
Toya.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny you say that because I've got my own story about a little ghost.
Oh, hell yeah.
We're gonna take it back about a year. I believe it's the night before Christmas. I'm at. Sorry, cut that out. I'm at Michael's place. We're getting a little schwoozy. Am I okay to say your roommate's name, Michael?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so it's me, Michael, and F, and we're all just getting completely blasted drunk. And so it gets to be about like 4 a.m. I gotta get back to my house because I got Christmas with my family.
4 a.m. Christmas Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I call an Uber driver, and thank God there is one. And so he drives me back to my place. But before he did, like, during that night whenever I was drinking with Michael, he goes, "Hey, have you ever heard about the Asian woman on Avery Drive?"
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
And he looks at me with like really serious eyes. He's like, "No." He's like, "Don't you know that ghost story? The Asian woman on Avery Drive?" I figured like everyone in this part of town knows it. And I was just like, "No, what the fuck are you talking about?" And he's just like, "Yeah, no, this what was the race of the guy?"
What was that? Oh, Burmese.
Yes, this Burmese guy told me at the Asian buffet, and I was like, and like the thing is, we make a habit out of just like completely lying to each other. So immediately I'm just like, okay, this guy, like, Michael's full of shit, and he's like, "No, seriously." I was like, "There's not even an Avery Drive around here. Probably it doesn't exist." And he's like, "No, look it up on your phone." And so I did, and it's totally real. And so he tells me about this Asian woman on Avery Drive that apparently, if you're driving there at 3 a.m. and you look to your passenger seat, there's an Asian woman there, and you can't stop looking at her, and you fucking crash and die or something.
And I was like, pops up in your car?
Yeah, she in your car.
Up. Yeah, she shows up in your passenger seat, and if you look at her, she's too beautiful. You can't look away, and it causes you to crash and die. Was the story that I made up.
Yeah, and so I was just like, I didn't believe him, but then I saw like Avery Drive was actually a place nearby, and I was like, well, fuck, I guess he's right. I guess some Burmese man did tell him this. That's a little strange, but I have no choice but to buy it. And so I'm on the fucking way home with this Uber driver, and like, I'm super drunk, and I'm trying to talk to him. It's like, "Hey man, have you ever heard about the Asian woman on Avery Drive?" And he just like, he is not giving me anything. He's like, "No." I'm just like, okay. And so I keep telling the story because I'm just like, I gotta keep going. I don't know why I gotta keep going, but I gotta keep telling this story. And so I tell him this, and then he just gives me this suspicious look because I think he like assumes I'm a crazy person that's gonna stab him. And like, at that moment, I thought in my head, I was like, I wonder how he'd react if I was just like, "Hey, have you ever heard of the Uber Strangler?" That's like one of the intrusive thoughts in my head. Yeah, and then come to find out, like the next time I see Michael, he made the whole thing up.
Yeah.
He just Googled a random street before he decided to talk to me about the Asian woman on Avery Drive.
Oh my god. God. That's epic though.
He just pulled up maps.
Yeah. To be fair, there's a similar story in my hometown of Altoona, Pennsylvania. There's like a mountain. It's Wapsianonoc Mountain. And there's a story about like the White Lady of Wapsi. So I kind of co-opted both like the road story and like the lady.
Yo, the fucking like lady in white is like a type of ghost. Like I've heard it before. Like here in our city we have there's like a road that is like infamous for cars always breaking down, and like there is like a lady in white ghost that's spotted there too.
Yeah, it's definitely an American like horror or American horror story. Jesus,
it's American yokai.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, that's crazy. I'm very tempted to like so the thing is that I tell my passengers that I don't believe in ghosts, and I feel like sometimes they get offended when I say that because they'll tell their like epic ghost story, and then I tell them I don't believe in ghosts, and I feel like they get offended when I say that, right?
They definitely They want to tell you a story, and then they want you to tell them one back. That's definitely what they want to happen.
That was absolutely my mindset. I was absolutely like fishing for another horror story, but like
I do tell passengers stories that I've heard from other passengers, because there's some pretty good ones that people tell me that like freak me out. Actually, this past weekend I heard a pretty good one. It wasn't scary, but it was weirdly like touching almost, right? And I guess I'll say it on here. But my passenger came from Chicago, right? And they're telling me about this shitty apartment that he used to live in, like back, I forget when, but this was like a while back ago. And in the shitty apartment, like they had like a record player that had a radio, and the radio would turn on by itself and start playing like a very specific jazz channel, right? And one day when he came back from like work and no one was home, like he knew for a fact none of his roommates were home that day. As he was like walking past the hallway to get to the kitchen, there's like a hallway mirror, and in that hallway mirror he could see like a reflection of a man already in the kitchen, right? When no one else should have been home, right? Yeah, so this, and he had like other, like, I'm gonna tell you this, like I forgot a lot of his fucking details because it's like a 9-minute ride, and his story took like 9 minutes. So I really fucking just skip over a lot of his like other details. But yeah, that was like Act 1 of his story. Then in Act 2, which is a very like kind of almost like a very movie moment turn in this next act, he gets into like a taxi cab, and this was back when people were still using that. You know, and he was talking to the driver who also grew up in Chicago, and they find out that coincidentally that he also used to live in that apartment back in the day, like back in the 80s, right? And he lived there with his partner, right? So this was like a gay taxi driver, right? And he was saying that his partner was a big fan of jazz.
Oh, wow.
Right? Right. So and also his partner died in that building. He had a heart attack.
Oh no.
Right?
That's crazy.
So yeah, so they realized that, oh shit, this ghost might potentially be this guy's like previous partner, and they both like started crying, and he told them to like when he gets back home, if you could just tell this ghost that like he's okay, that he's doing fine, that he's happy, right? So he doesn't need to be worried about him, right? And so when he went back to his apartment, and he did that, right? And after that, like the haunting stopped, right? And I thought that story was so fucking crazy. Yeah, I really did buy into it. Now that I think about it, I'm like, this just sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
I wonder if he took this from somewhere, right?
I don't know.
Maybe.
That's.
Do you think?
What if the taxi driver's just lying to him?
That is true.
Yeah.
Like, I need to lie more to my passengers.
Yeah,
I need to come up with like a. Yeah, go on.
I definitely feel like Uber drivers and Lyft drivers, you can just say whatever the fuck you want to your passengers, and they're kind of forced to believe you.
There's been a couple of times where I had passengers who are mad with me ask for my name, even though like the app should tell you my name, but they like, and I just give them a fake name. I usually just give them the name of my buddy, like a buddy of mine from like fucking middle school, who I know still lives in that town.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
but I should make up like a local legend to my city, like something totally bullshit. Like, oh, have you heard about the ghost car of Highway 184?
The ghost.
And they're like, what? And it's like, yeah, late at night, you'll be driving, and you'd be, when it usually happens when people get distracted and there's a fog, and you see headlights right in front of you, and it's like the freeway, so that car is clearly on the wrong direction, and you swerve, but when you swerve, nothing passes by you. The car disappears. And it kind of like jukes you out, right? It happens a lot, and and I'll tell them that it happened to me one night too, and they'll be like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And then if I could spread it online and people just start buying into it, it'd be pretty fucking epic.
Oh yeah,
that would be pretty sick.
And for stuff like that, it's all in presentation. Like as long as you can tell like a captivating story, by word of mouth, like people will just be like, "Yeah, that's crazy." That's how you gotta like. I think the best like ghost stories, the ones that feel more real, are the ones with a little bit less detail, or just like like if they had like some parts could be hyper specific, because when a person has remember something hyper specific, it feels pretty real. But if someone could remember like every little fucking detail about something, then it feels like kind of fake, you know? Yeah.
He
had 3 buttons on his trench coat, but one was slightly jostled.
I think it's also like dependent on the character of the storyteller, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like me talking about the Asian woman on Avery Drive, right? that was like I genuinely believed like that this horror story was true. Maybe that not that it was real, but it was, this is a real horror story. But maybe I was too ecstatic about it. But this man I was talking to, this stone cold man, if he had like looked at me and he'd just be like, yeah, ghost choked me once, spat in my mouth. I would like believe him like completely. I'd be like, that's a real ghost story.
A ghost choked my Uncle Jimmy one time.
That's true.
I'd be like, oh my god.
Oh, that's awful. I'll be like, hey, what did he do to piss off a ghost? You know what? I'll tell you this. I don't ask like drunk people the ghost question because drunk people just give me such an inconsistent answer.
Yeah.
Because like they'll be like, no, I don't believe in ghosts. But one time when I was little, a ghost would haunt me all the time. And it's like, what? So do you believe in ghosts or not? They're like, no, I don't believe in ghosts. But like, I swear I would see this ghost when I was a kid all the time.
It was the ghost of Christmas past.
It was the fucking potential metaphorical ghost, allegorical ghost.
Oh my god!
The ghost of my dad coming home angry from work.
Real quick, I was thinking about like, I was about to ask if you'd like ever gone ghost hunting, but this totally.
No, there's like this thing in my city called a ghost tour that like kind of just takes you to supposed haunted places in my city. And I've been meaning to do it because I think it's almost kind of like a little like stage play production thing that they do inside like this little tour bus because one of my like actor buddies is like has a job there, and that's very interesting. I think that what they do is they supposedly play like the people who died or something.
Oh, okay.
To kind of like get you invested, it's like this kind of like guerrilla theater, right?
Oh, that's cool.
But no, I never done like ghost hunting. Although I feel like I'd be terrible at it because since I don't believe in ghosts, I'm gonna do like, what's the name of that one? Like that one that Unsolved Mysteries BuzzFeed show where like one guy would just say stupid shit during the ghost hunting, just to kind of lure a ghost out.
Oh, into like the fucking spectrogram or whatever.
Yeah,
the dowsing rods. My aunt was like really big into ghost hunting. She was also really big into like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and like crystals. But no,
she must be real.
Yeah, she's a real one. But she was into ghost hunting, and like what ghost hunting meant to her was like going out to like a graveyard or like the middle of the woods with her two friends and just drinking a bunch of wine and walking around in the woods.
Oh hell yeah!
That's my kind of ghost hunting.
Yeah.
I've never been ghost hunting, but for the longest time, Michael here was really insistent in trying to convince me to go into the underground catacombs of our city.
Oh yeah,
and into the sewers, and just explore, because apparently somewhere in the sewer, in our big like fucking, it's not sewer, right? It's like underground tunnels. We have this big underground tunnel system, and somewhere there's an atlas with a map, but nobody will tell you where the map is because that's like the golden rule of underground tunnel exploring is to not say it.
Yeah, there's storm like runoff drains that have largely been abandoned, but there's like a really, really intricate network of them, and like there's like a group of like explorers who like go and like mess around in it, and somewhere within like the heart of it is like a big map of it, and they call it the Atlas, and it's like the biggest achievement is to find the Atlas, and if you find it, you leave your mark that you were there, but you never tell anyone else how to find it.
That's so cool. It's kind of like the One Piece almost.
Yeah, it is.
It's like
literally the One Piece.
But yeah,
no, that's right as fuck. Yeah, I don't know why you don't want to do that,
dude. Because I don't want to go into like fucking like storm runoff like tunnels.
Damn, I fucking love storm drain tunnels. I remember like years ago, back when I was still like trying to do my film major, there was like these storm drain tunnels in one of my buddies' like neighborhoods, like more like north of where I lived from, And these storm drains are pretty cool because you could just walk right through them and end up like at this little lake. And
that's cool.
we were planning to film a short film there that kind of fell through.
Was that where you took the pictures in the sewer with the clown makeup and stuff?
Yeah. That's actually the storm drain there.
Okay,
Have you seen these photos, Toya?
No, I haven't.
Oof, yeah. They used to be, clown makeup with the storm drains used to be my bread and butter back in the day.
Oh yeah, me and the storm drains, we go way back.
Yeah, me and the storm drains, we go way back. Wow. Okay, so fucking Discord is being laggy with. Okay, there it is.
With your audio?
No, it's being laggy with pulling up my file.
Oh, okay.
My folder because I'm trying to upload the image right now for it. But I like how this episode has slowly become the ghost episode.
I know, right?
The haunted, creepy stuff episode.
Well,
let's
let's keep it going. I want to know. Actually, I'm very curious about your opinion on this. Do you think Hollywood has ruined the like haunting story of like a family?
I think it's over. Here's the thing. I never like to say that something kind of is overdone because I feel like. Because I say, like, yeah, the haunted family story is overdone, but I fucking love Hereditary, and that came out recently, right?
Yeah.
You know? So,
yeah, true.
I feel like I don't like the Conjuring series type stuff, or none of like the Blumhouse haunted family type stuff.
Like,
because it just feels the same with a different, like, it just has a different old lady monster this time, you know?
Like
from what I heard.
La Llorona, like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I hear a lot of bad things about that movie, but I know there was another La Llorona movie that my partner showed me that was made by actual Mexicans. That movie was pretty good, but that movie, like, I can't tell if I like that movie because, like, I thought it was a well-done movie or because I agree with the message of the movie. And the message of the movie was, like, war criminals deserve to die. And it's like, oh, yeah, I agree.
Oh,
yeah, like
whoa.
This version of La Llorona, she's like haunting like a war criminal and their family. It's like, yeah, this is epic. More of this, please.
You know what's really interesting? I was gonna shit on Blumhouse Films for a second, but then I'm not sure. Like the thing with Blumhouse Films is like apparently they just give money to people and they're just like, yep, make a horror movie.
I fucking oh my god, yeah.
Part of me is just like, that's going to make a lot of bad films, but like another part of me is like, okay, it's kind of cool that they just give like randos like an opportunity to make a horror movie, right?
I'll tell you this much. Like I feel like we're going to forget about all the bad movies eventually and all the good ones are going to like be remembered. Like, oh, like there wouldn't be Get Out if there wasn't like Blumhouse, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here's the photos, Toya. Check it out.
Oh, fucking sick.
Yeah, there's one.
You look like a cryptid.
Yeah, I do. We used to a buddy of mine back when like we had way more free time. We would these like late night like photo shoots where like we would be in this storm drain. Yeah, these were all originally to promote my webcomic Bongo and Luna.
Oh, nice, nice.
Doesn't exist anymore. I love this one. This was the meme at the time.
Oh yeah.
Had to do it to him.
Had to do it to them. I had to do it to them. But I think I love naming these episodes like the most clickbaitiest title ever. And I think I might call this episode like I finally believe in ghosts now.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But
oh my god, guys.
I'll tell you this, like, yeah, so I tell my pastors I don't believe in ghosts because I do have like these I like horror movies. I like spooky ghost stuff. I literally just drew like 2 different ghost porno comics. That being said, I don't believe in like ghosts because I feel like why would they need to exist?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and every time people explain it to me, it always like is incredibly inconsistent. And I think people go back to this notion of like, oh, ghost is a spirit with unfinished business, and it's like, well, yeah, but technically everyone who died had unfinished business, right? So like, what counts and what doesn't,
It's true.
It's true.
And
I'm gonna haunt the earth until Rapstugog is finished.
Oh hell yeah! I think we joked about that back in I think we joked about that with Tectonic in the first episode. Now that I remember.
I just want you guys to know, whenever I die, I'm not becoming a ghost. I'm becoming a soul reaper.
Okay.
Oh, base.
Yeah.
Is that how? Oh wait. Oh, you're talking about Bleach. I was thinking about Soul Eater. I was like, because it's kind of similar or not.
They become. I thought in Soul Eater, I don't know. In Soul Eater, death is kind of weird because like there's the zombie guy, then there's like Keishans and stuff, or Keishan eggs.
It's not. I think in Soul Eater, it's kind of like if it's cool, we'll just do it. Like who really cares if it's kind of inconsistent?
It's just like cartoon logic type stuff.
True, a cartoon logic type beat, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we're close to the end of the podcast, and I want to talk about this is the final question, and you both got to answer it now. Who do you think deserves to get canceled this week? And I'll go first. And the people I want to cancel are the people who extend the lore of the back rooms. You know what I'm talking about?
The back rooms? Are you talking about those like internet like Red Room stuff?
The back rooms is it's like it started out as like a 4chan like post, which is like the picture of like an empty kind of like office space, and it's kind of like, what if you no-clipped into like an office space that was empty, and it was like an endless maze of these like shitty office walls, and like you're fucking scared and shit, and like you might hear a sound like be a spooky monster.
Wait, hold on. Is this fucking Sky Williams' house?
Yeah.
Oh
have you ever seen?
I'm pretty sure this is.
Have you ever seen the
Sky Williams' house? No.
Have you ever seen the Infinite IKEA SCP?
I've
By any
heard
chance?
of it.
Yeah, it's like an SCP where it's just like you're in IKEA and it just goes on forever, and they keep saying on the intercoms that it's closing soon and you need to leave. And there are IKEA workers who are monsters who, like, if they catch you, they'll tell you it's time to leave and kill you.
So you have you seen this post, Toya? Have you seen this?
I swear to God, I feel like every time people talk about Sky Williams' house, they post this picture.
No, yeah.
It may just like be a meme because like the house was really big.
Sky Williams house meme. I looked it up and I can't. I'm looking at like 3D graphs of what his house may be.
Yeah,
I don't see any like back rooms memes.
Yeah.
Apparently, like his house was like a nightmare to navigate or something.
Was he like? Was it kind of like a Winchester Mansion type situation? Was he scared that ghosts would come after him, so he built the maze to lose the ghost in?
I think so. I think maybe that's why this picture was posted with like posts about his house, just because it was like a meme.
Yeah, so you think people kind of suck the life out of the back room stories?
Yes, yeah. So the back room, the whole idea is that you just kind of like the reality might be some sort of simulation, and clip just randomly clip out of like your own reality and go into kind of this backspace, this back room, this endless empty office space is a constant maze kind of thing, and that's very scary to me, because the back room it's creepy, it's like, oh shit, like here I'm stuck, I could starve and die, right? And this story was, I think, created like maybe a couple years back, this specific post, but it's recently resurfaced. And there's like now this bigger fandom. They're basically treating the concept as the back room as like its own, like it's like a SCP within an SCP, like it has its own like epic lore now. And there's different levels now, right? And there's monsters, and all the monsters have names. And it's very dull.
Yeah, it's the back.
It makes it like less scary.
The back room extended universe, so to speak.
Yeah, like there's like a backroom extended universe, and I was watching like a couple videos talking about all the kind of levels and creatures that exist in it, just so I could be as mad as possible when I talk about this.
Have you watched Vivarium?
That sounds familiar. What's that?
It's the movie where they're like stuck in the neighborhood, like the empty fucking neighborhood.
Oh, is it the one where he's digging the fucking hole?
Jesse.
Yeah, it's the one where he's digging a hole.
No, I gotta watch that though.
Yeah, I think you'd like
similar. It's definitely backroom vibe.
Yeah, wasn't it Jesse Eisenberg in that?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and they get they're sent a baby at one point.
Yeah, they get just dropped off a little rascal,
A little babu.
I gotta go on my letterbox, add it to my watch list. But yeah. So basically, there's like all these like monsters and levels now, and all the monsters have names. What I really hate like these monsters that they have names and we know exactly what they do, and it's like it just I'm not the. I kind of hate it when we know more about like a mystery concept, you know, or like a concept like, oh, the fact that you know as little as possible is what makes it scary. Like once we know more about it, it makes it like less scary, you know.
It's like those really indulgent movies that are just, or not movies. It's like those really indulgent YouTube videos that are like how to survive Get Out or like how to survive Bird Box.
Yes, yeah, unironically. And I feel like the type of person who makes like this extended like lore of the back rooms are people who are just scared. Like they're scared of the original concept and they want it to be like less scary, but they don't say it. They just kind of just add stuff that's less scary in order to just make it less scary, you know? Like, oh, actually this is just level 0 and there's no monsters here. If you go to level 1, that's when the monsters start showing up.
It's like
and
a
also there's
video
like
game.
Yeah, exactly. And there's like a safe zone. And one part that made me fucking just cringe hard and saying like this is stupid was when I heard there was a safe zone and there's like a little civilization there and there's a place called Tom's. Yeah, there's a place called Tom's Diner and it's like there's a guy called Tom who like gives you fucking food because it's the fucking diner. It's like this is so stupid. This is dumb. There shouldn't be none of this extra stuff.
Yeah.
There should just be the back rooms and that's it. Right? And all the monsters are just kind of like Slenderman derivatives, you know? Like, just like, oh, you're looking at it for too long, or oh, he's always right behind you kind of thing. Like, we get it.
Damn.
It's fucking lame. It's not, I hate it. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like that this is kind of like no one owns the rights to the back room, so it's free to the public. Like, anyone can add stuff to it. And I think that's beautiful. I think that's a very beautiful thing. But I think there's also this kind of, like, loss of, like, quality control. Almost, I guess, you know? I mean, then again, I'm not forced to, like, enjoy the extended Backrooms lore. It just kind of, like, I don't know. I'm really bothered by it, and they deserve to get canceled. They deserve that they shouldn't be allowed. They should be thrown into the back rooms. I think that should be their punishment.
Hear me out. A Quentin Tarantino film where it's set in the back rooms, the original back rooms, and it just has 3 characters who are stuck there. Do you think that would be a good film?
I think it'd be pretty good if one of the characters like yells out the N-word and it echoes.
It's like, oh, the acoustics
it echoes through the back room.
It like echoes, and it's just like, oh, the acoustics in here are great.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino is like one of the people like trapped in the back rooms.
Oh yeah.
I think it'd be really funny. I feel like eventually there's got to be a Backrooms movie. Kind of like how there was eventually a Slenderman movie.
Oh god.
Right.
Wasn't that Slenderman movie like fucking terrible?
It was terrible. Yeah, it was not good, and it was like almost connected to Marble Hornet or whatnot. Even though Marble Hornet wasn't even really about Slenderman. Slenderman was just like a thing that happens in Marble Hornet, right? But now, if they were to make a Backrooms movie, I want it to be that like meta where like the people get trapped in there are like, oh, this is the back rooms, the fucking creepypasta, and like, yeah, I know all about all the levels and everything. I've seen all the fucking like how to survive the back room videos, but then like everything that happens is shit that's not in the lore. And it's like this is right to kind of beat down like, no, fuck you, your lore is stupid, I hate it.
That'd be pretty good. That'd be
pretty funny. I hate movies that like hate people that watch them. I think that's awesome. Big fan.
Big fan.
All right, so that's who I'm canceling. Who do you guys want to cancel this week?
You want to go first, Toya?
I'll let you go first. Or fucking my bad.
I'll let you go really first, just Michael. Killing me today. You just give me like know, every single dead name.
I took like 2 shots before the podcast. I'm not gonna lie. Just to like add a bit of social lubricant.
All right, I gotcha. It's okay.
But okay, yeah, I guess I'll go first. I've been trying to think really hard about like a specific person I would cancel.
It doesn't have to be like
a
one
specific
person. It could
type.
be a type of person.
Yeah, a specific type of person. And I think like I'm tied between like people who eat at Subway. And
Bro, why?
Wait! I want to hear the other one. Because I also hate people who eat at Subway.
Why?
And the other one, I would really, really like to cancel my neighbor because she sucks really, really bad. I want her to move out. I want to cancel her out of her house.
Yeah, she's pretty awful.
By any chance, does she eat at Subway?
No. Well, maybe, actually. I don't know. She's kind of old.
I don't even think she leaves her house.
Oh, boy.
No, she is literally like
the...
She's the definition of like... I work at home. I have nothing better to do. I have no hobbies. So all I'm going to do is sit with like one of those fucking, there's like little spy gears you'd see on TV where you can like listen through walls and shit. I swear she's doing that.
She's nosy.
And she's like writing notes on like what we do and just complaining constantly about everything. She got our dog taken away because like he would bark every once in a while.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
she's pretty awful. So
it's not like I don't want her to exist. I just don't want her to exist near me.
She is pretty awful, and she did get the dog taken away. So now every time I walk into the house, I bark, like near the wall, and like I'm hoping because like she called like the cops and shit. It was fucking ridiculous.
Christ. Yeah, she called the cops and animal control to her house like multiple times, and we're just like. I don't know what like dogs bark when people open the door. That's just all there is to it. It just happens. I don't know what to tell you. But
yeah, and so now I bark every time I like walk into the house, and I really hope she calls the cops again, so we could just be like, "What are you talking about? We got rid of the dog months ago."
Oh, you guys should gang stalk her.
Yeah.
If she's old, you could probably easily gang stalk her.
I don't want to gang stalk anyone.
I guess I'm like actually trying to gaslight somebody in real life.
That's pretty epic. Bro.
Just like, you're insane. What's wrong with you?
Is gang stalking chill if like the person you're gang stalking sucks?
Well,
yeah.
the whole joke about gang stalking is that it's not real. It's like a symptom of schizophrenia.
Oh, shit.
So I basically say like, can you just induce schizophrenia to your neighbor?
Jeez,
that's the goal.
Oh my god, that'd be pretty epic. That should be like a superpower.
Honestly,
okay, wait.
The ability to give somebody instant like not dementia, schizophrenia. Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah, they won't fuck with you again.
So before I say who I want to cancel, why people who eat at Subway?
Oh fuck! I used to work at Subway, so I could see why you would hate Subway eaters.
Yeah, I just I feel like they're probably like you could get a better sandwich, and also just the people that go to Subway are just always just like I don't know, it's the weirdest people who are the weirdest requests. You should leave the sandwich making up to the sandwich maker. You shouldn't have a say in it.
The sandwich artist.
The sandwich artist, yes.
Back when did I cut you off? I'm sorry, Michael.
Oh yeah, I was just saying like you could literally go into Subway and like get like a bun with every single condiment on it and nothing else, and that just shouldn't be allowed. Honestly,
that's epic. No, that's great. Those people are. Then you can just tell people that happened.
Yeah, it's true. It'd be a fun story.
It could be like that Twitter post where it's kind of like the guy takes a picture of the sandwich to post on Twitter, and then the guy takes a picture of the sandwich artist, like taking a picture saying like, "Yo, why is the Subway guy taking a picture of my sandwich?"
Jesus.
And I'll tell you this much. Back when I used to work at Subway, I used to have this theory that I have no way of actually proving, but I feel like the people who would say, "Oh, just add all the veggies," I feel like those people are the most likely the kinds of people to get divorced.
Yeah, no, I'm with it. That tracks to me.
I agree with that.
Because it's like you're not committed.
It's true.
You're not committed. You're not. Just admit you're not committed to any veg. Because like I'll tell you this much, I stick to my veggies. The veggies I like, they're on that sandwich every single time.
But what are your veggies? Tell me about it.
I ride or die for broccolis.
Fucking love broccoli. I got every other thing I eat got broccolis. But for my sandwich, I get the I get the bell pepper.
Mhm.
I get the banana pepper. I get the cucumber. Well, cucumber is a fruit, I think maybe. And I get onions. Oh, I fucking love my onions.
Yeah, I'm a spinach, onion, and banana pepper guy. That's me.
I'm not too big. I'll eat spinach. I'll eat anything with spinach. I don't care. But like, I don't really seek out spinach. My partner likes spinach though.
I love cold spinach. I don't really like hot spinach too much, but when it's like
Really?
leafy cold spinach, I'm about it.
I think I can only eat spinach, like cold spinach in a salad. Well, I never eat spinach by itself.
Yeah,
But
true.
I feel like if I try hard enough, I could totally eat like an onion by myself. Although I think it'll ruin my mouth for like the next couple of days
Yeah.
if
Okay,
I do that.
Cheesy, I have an answer for you. But before I give you my answer, I just want to say, this is totally off topic.
This is totally off of the supernatural veggie.
No,
Subway.
it's on the supernatural because
epic.
you had me jonesing for the export, and so I was browsing it, and I just saw a post about goblins, and like
yes.
goblins are probably like one of the funniest supernatural. Have you seen like the YouTube videos of like goblin sightings?
I saw the Donkey React video. Wait, Toya, have you not seen my like last video essay about goblins?
I have not. No, I haven't. Sorry.
I made a video essay about goblins on my channel.
That's fucking sick.
Right, and it was mostly just talking about how like I really like miss like practical effects, like I really just miss practical effects goblins because they're just so great. They're awesome, and like you don't see them no more. And it's a shame. So the video is just called "We Need More Goblins in Commercials."
Have you seen the videos of like it's like they're like videos from Mexico, and like oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I seen that one I think from South America where it's like the gnome.
Yeah.
These kids, it's always like kids playing soccer and then a supernatural creature shows up.
Like you see this like tiny little thing like dart across the floor, and they're just like, oh, what was that?
It's always Grady. I fucking love that we live in an era with like cameras that fucking reach the maximum quality of clear picture, and all the goblins still are blurry in photos.
I know, right? It's so fucked up.
It's very fucked up.
Those videos make me laugh so fucking hard. I love them so much because it's always like skittering across the floor, and it's just like Jesus Christ.
I fucking love the infamous one where it's the one that was like for the intro of the Psychic Pebbles podcast where Chill was like, if I saw that run across the floor, I would squash it until it was a brown stain on the ground. I also love like some people's like violent reaction to seeing goblins. That's funny.
Yeah, it's just like I would squash that motherfucker like a bug. Just like, oh my god.
Oh god, imagine if like that sounds like a pretty good premise for like a horror short film where like you're just chilling and you see something skittering, you think it's a bug, so you step on it, but when you lift up your foot it was like a tiny humanoid.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh fuck. That'd be horrifying.
No, I remember a common question I used to ask people is like if you're like going down a dark alleyway in the middle of the night and then like you just saw like a toddler and like that shouldn't be able to like walk that well just like stand at the end and then just start like sprinting at you, like what would you do? Like if it was like a baby.
Like that one little CGI toddler gif that's dancing.
Yeah, but like instead
sure,
it's just like running aggressively at you. I'd be fucking terrified.
That would be horrifying. That would scare the shit out of me. Yeah, if you did it like if it was like sprinting, like a baby that's sprinting.
Yeah,
holy shit.
Like full speed. It's honestly it's kind of reminiscent of your what was it? Your Oscar question?
Arlo question.
Arlo sneaking through your window.
Yeah, it goes back. We come full circle.
Holy shit!
Who are you canceling, Toya? Or what people?
You started talking about this. Isn't about who you're praising.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm canceling goblins. No,
not on my podcast. You are.
I've got a lot of malice in my heart, so this one goes out to my haters. The first person I would cancel is just I don't know. I guess I'd want it to be the next person to come on my podcast. Not my podcast, my fucking stream. because
okay.
I'm all about the interesting characters. The second person I'd cancel is probably Mother's Basement.
Okay. Well, you know what? I felt like eventually someone would say that on my podcast.
Yeah.
Name.
Anyway, Mother's Basement, please come on the main characters. But make your case. Okay, let's say I was a hardcore Mother Basement fan. Make your case on why he needs to be canceled.
I was a hardcore Mother's Basement fan, but I don't know.
You were betrayed.
I felt betrayed. He made a Recreators is a Masterpiece video, and I just fucking hated his videos.
What the fuck is Recreators? Is that an anime?
Yeah, it's an anime that's just like really bad. And you're just like, it's actually pretty good, and it's just like, well, I don't know about that one. I don't know. I don't really actually have. I'm trying to think of like somebody I actually like hate.
It doesn't have to be a person. It could be a type of person too.
I don't think I hate anyone. I mean, besides fascists, but I usually try to pick like what is the silliest person I could hate.
That's true.
And I guess the thing is that like no one, y'all new to my podcast, so you don't know like it usually leads up to just picking someone that super annoys you this week.
Yeah, I definitely. I actually listened to your last episode. I heard you ask this question, and I was like, I'm going to prepare for this question, and then I just didn't.
What the fuck? Oh.
I did post the episode in this chat before we did this whole recording. Yeah, I posted one of my episodes like 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, no, I watched like halfway through.
Epic.
Yeah.
Just because I've been busy. Can I? I guess.
You want to go all in on Mother's Basement?
I could. Actually, never mind. I'm not sure I should say that on this podcast.
Oh my god! If it's someone that could get you in trouble, I guess we're saying you hate her.
Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. I know who I would choose. I would cancel.
Right.
I would cancel every voice actor.
Okay.
Oh, epic!
Including yourself.
Yeah. No, we're a plague. We need to be wiped out.
I think there's too many of you. I'll say it.
It's true.
It's
definitely like a crabs pulling other crabs into the bucket type scenario with voice actors.
True.
It is crazy. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure like most of the voice actors I know, pretty much all of them, they're all like good people. Like the ones I've talked to, they're like really cool and really nice. But like, holy shit, sometimes I see like stuff like that goes on in the voice acting community, and I'm just like, god damn, you guys are some cold motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, they're backstabbing each other. They're playing like Games of Thrones back there.
Yeah, no, it is absolutely Game of Thrones. It's insane.
That's so epic. Oh, I love a conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, some of you guys are cool, but fuck, I don't trust any of you.
You gotta keep your friends close and your enemies close.
Yeah, because what's the who's that like really famous voice actor? He did like Call of Duty and stuff.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, he's like he's the biggest American voice actor, pretty much. John something, I don't fucking know. He was basically like somebody asked him like how do I get to where you are, and his response to that was you wait for me to retire or die. And like I feel
yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Troy Baker.
Troy Baker, yeah. And like that kind of stuff is, I feel like that's what breeds that in like that, because it's very like, if you want to get where somebody is, what's the easiest way to do that? You deplatform them.
you killed them.
Yeah, exactly. I actually have like a real answer that's not my neighbor. That's like a type of person.
Okay, you know what? Since you're a friend of the show, I'll allow you to say two people.
Yeah, let me run just one more, because I feel like everyone's done.
But the future guests, I'll let you know. I'm not that lenient about this stuff.
Ooh.
It's true. I just
for future guests.
But no, like my actual one that's not like a specific person is people who are like, just they will always talk about like things that they want to create, and then they never like actually finish anything. And it's just like you're sitting here, like being a person. Like for me, I've created things, I've followed through on projects to completion, and I'm listening to them talk about this thing that they really want to do, and they just never ever do anything. It's not even just that one thing, but it's anything, and I'm just like, I really don't. You're wasting my mental energy by talking to me about this, and I don't like that.
Damn.
Yeah, I agree. I know a handful of all my life I know people like that.
Yeah.
And it's always like with me it was kind of like they would talk about like it. The thing is that I would be like that too. Like I'd talk about my projects, and they'll tell me about their projects they're working on. So we're both working on something like at the same time. And then I finish my project, and then theirs isn't done, and then more years pass by, and theirs still isn't done. It hasn't even been finished. Right, and then they keep talking about other projects, and it's kind of like, well, like,
yeah,
what is it like? What is it, dude? Like, what's really holding you back here? Because something's up, and it's super fucking annoying.
Yeah, and this excludes everyone in this like podcast right now because it's like I know you have all completed projects. Like I've seen you guys complete projects, so I like when you say, "Hey, I'm working on this thing," I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. It might actually come out." But with some people, it's just like, "Yeah, I don't." Okay, man.
For a second, I was about to be like, yeah, I know this real big piece of shit who, like, he said he was going to make this thing called Odd Reviews, and then he said he was going to put out weekly videos. He's a real cocksucker.
I think, see, I give more leeway to creatives that, like, say they want to do something, because it's definitely really easy to spitball ideas and get started on things. And I give a little bit more leeway to creators who do that if they have actually completed projects and still do stuff. But some people will just say a bunch of stuff that they want to do and never, ever follow through.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I'm really, like, ideas are, like, fucking a dime a dozen, really.
Yeah.
Like, once you've heard enough of them, you're like, okay, like, really anyone can have a fucking good idea. Like, all that matters is, like, finishing an idea, really. Like, making the idea come true. That's all that ultimately matters. It doesn't matter if like, because like I there's more like value in like, let's say there's a guy who wants to make like the most generic like fantasy RPG, straightforward RPG, and then they make it compared to the guy who's trying to make the fucking next Final Fantasy and it never like comes out. You know, there's like more value to the fact that this guy actually finished this shit.
Yeah, because there's actually a thing
about like, right, exactly. You know, like people. Yeah, and that's ultimately better if you want to like, you know, like I guess like eventually enter some sort of industry of something, you know, if you have actual things that people can look at instead of like, well, I really have this one cool idea. Like, man, shut the fuck up. You know, another thing I also hate is people who suck at telling their ideas.
Oh, yeah.
There's some people who just kind of meander about their ideas, or they'll say things that don't matter, just things they think are cool. And that's why, like, when I talk to people, I'm always like, just give me like a log line, please, of whatever the fuck you're trying to do. I had a couple people make fun of me when they say like, "Oh, it's funny when I say that my idea is like this thing combined with this thing," but at least it's like simple and short, and it kind of like gets to a point.
Yeah,
you know,
that's an elevator pitch.
Right.
I mean, it's a thing for a reason. It's like the people that you're talking to, that you would be like pitching an idea to, they only have a limited amount of time in their day, and you want to be able to like get your exact idea out there instantly. 100%.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, you know, when I tell people like, yeah, I have a comic, it's about gay aliens who go on dates and be gay and shit.
Yeah, that's it. That's
right. That's simple to the point. Yeah, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, it's like that Starbomb video, the simple plot of Metal Gear, right?
Yeah.
You ever see that? I think that one's a little bit funny.
I'll watch it right after this podcast.
Oh, it's actually like really well animated. You'll like it.
I saw like I saw one of those like videos that explains the Metal Gear timeline, and then that made me think like, man, I should make my own Metal Gear.
oh, Cheesy! I know who I want to cancel.
Okay. Is it Metal Gear?
No.
I know he's like an evil robot or something.
Cheesy, I want to cancel Dream.
Dream?
Oh, okay.
I want to Dream. No, hold on. Cut that out. I don't want to be held liable for that.
I do this thing where like when I censor something, I add like a clown honk.
Honk.
Yeah. But go on. What do you? So why do you want to cancel Dream? I have seen like the recent shit that's been going on Twitter.
Cause he is just like that man is like the embodiment of my hatred. I swear to God, he's a fucking grown man, and he acts like a preteen. And like the thing is, like he just recently he had something about like how he like clapped back at somebody who insulted him right on social media, and like he was just like, well, you know, and like he clapped back at them, and they like privated and stuff, and then he's just like, well, you know, if you're gonna, you know, come at me, don't be surprised when I clap back. And like the thing is, I'm honestly like kind of sympathetic to that idea. I'm just like, okay, yeah, if you like insult somebody on social media, expect like, you know,
like,
hit.
People are gonna talk back, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But the problem isn't like what he said. It is absolutely his fan base, and he knows it's his fan base, and he refuses to acknowledge it. Like, because like his fans were like doxing this girl, right? And she had like private her Twitter and stuff on all that yada yada yada. And it's just like, listen, you know the issue, you just aren't acknowledging it, and therefore like nobody can like, you can just be, oh, I didn't do anything. I was just talking back. And it's just like, shut the fuck up. You knew what was gonna happen. You knew your fan base is full of sociopaths. Maybe I shouldn't say that about children.
No, children are sociopaths. Like, that's why we gotta go back to beating them. But what I'm saying is, yeah, like, I mean, if you're aware about all this crazy shit that could happen, I mean, he is totally fucking aware, and like he likes that, you know, he probably gets off from it.
Yeah, no, dude. And like, honestly, it's like one thing if like, you know, he clapped back, and then like his fans started doing this shit, and he was just like, oh, okay, listen, hey, don't do that. But he doesn't do that. He just ignores it, and it's just like, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking garbo. It's
also
fucking trash. Yeah, and like it makes it seem like, okay, now no one can talk shit about me because my fans will find out where you live and send you a pipe bomb.
He's bulletproof now.
Also, he's gone from Dream was taken to now Nightmare. He's no longer Dream. He's Nightmare.
Oh, he's doing the edgy, sad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. This fucking 20-something-year-old man is now Nightmare.
Like when Elon Musk got broken up with, and he changed his profile picture to Kaneki Ken.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That was kind of funny.
all right, guys. I think I self-indulged you guys enough. You got to cancel 2 people.
It's true.
I know. It felt good.
Sorry.
That last one felt super good.
I bet it did, but it's too much. I can't give so much, right? Because we're at the end, guys. And before we end, what guys would you like? Promote your stuff right here. Tell the audience what you want them to check out.
Go ahead, Michael.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm Michael Tosny. I am at Twitter at mtosny, or just Michael Tosny. And I run a YouTube channel called We Review Every PS2 Game, Oh God, otherwise known as Reps2Cog. I also create art underneath the pseudonym Seppo Goblin. That's Seppo Goblin. That's on Instagram and Twitter. So yeah.
Yeah, they make little pixels.
Yeah, I make pixel arts.
Little pixel creatures. Yeah.
Little creatures, little gooblas. And sometimes I do like little gag comics, but my regular art's not as good as my pixel art. So.
All right, Toya. What do you do besides voice acting?
Right. So yeah, I do the voice acting. You can find me on Twitter at ToyaVA. I also stream on Twitch and YouTube. Twitch is ToyaVA. YouTube is just Toya, although I'm probably gonna change that soon. So yeah, just, you know. Also, every now and then I might put out. Wow, that's a good question. Originally it was like Mondays and Fridays. Now it's just kind of a crapshoot. I basically am a slave to my whims now. However, there's like one last thing. I have a third person to cancel. Cheesymanfredo. That's my next target.
Cut the tapes. Cut the tapes.
No, please no. You guys start holding hands around me and you keep chanting Twitter main character, Twitter main character,
Twitter
and I
main
burst
character.
into flame. I burst into flame and start being swallowed to the ground. No.
It's like that fucking Punisher clip. No, please.
Yep, and I think with that we're at the end of the show. You know me, Cheesymanfredo. I make comics. My newest, everyone's favorite webcomic, My Alien Girlfriend Doesn't Know I'm an Alien, is out now on Webtoons, and it's a banger. It's a hit. That's what the kids are telling me.
Third page.
And yep, third page. Well, there'll be a fourth page by the time this podcast is out.
Okay, cool.
God damn.
All right, epic. All right, guys. Thanks for coming on. Bye,
Yeah.
everybody.
Thanks for
Hell
having
yeah, it was a
us.
blast.